Hey, hello, everybody. I'm Jenny Lewis. I come from a long line of musicians. My grandparents were on vaudeville. My folks had a lounge act in Las Vegas in the 70s, where I was born. They were called Love's Way. So I grew up with music in the house, but my first job was as an actress when I was very young. So the first part of my life I spent, doing commercials and really bad movies, TV movies galore. And but I always wrote music and sang around the house with my mom and my sister Leslie. And so music was something I never assumed I could make a living doing. It was just something that fed my soul. But then I started a band when I was 17 with my friend Blake, Rilo Kiley, and it all sort of happened from there. Well, Jenny and Johnny started out as a writing project, and it sort of evolved out of a personal relationship. Not like Fleetwood Mac or anything, but so Jonathan Rice is my dude. And, we just have been writing together for years. And we decided to make a record as a sort of retirement plan. Like some couples, they get an RV and they drive across the country. We made a record called I'm Having Fun Now. I'm obsessed with music, and I really don't have any hobbies aside from I'm a boxing fan. So what else am I going to do with my day? I just want to write songs, and I want to collaborate with people. It's really important to me to pick up something from all of my collaborators. So whenever an opportunity comes along, I typically take it, even if it's like outside of my comfort zone, because I just want to grow as an artist and most importantly as a songwriter. Sometimes you fall into certain habits, and this applies to songwriting and recording. So working with someone kind of takes you out of that. And again, you just pick up so many exciting things. Like on my last solo record, Acid Tongue, Elvis Costello came down and sang a duet with me. And watching him in the studio, learning about his process and his pace has sort of informed the way that I do things since then. So if you're lucky enough to be in the room with someone like Elvis or Ryan Adams, you keep your ears open and your heart kind of wide. Ryan Adams was very untraditional. His methods were kind of funny and a little confusing at the time, but really warranted great work, and that's really what it's all about. However you get there, it doesn't matter, but if you arrive at something that you're really proud of, then it's great. Like Beck was super chill, very relaxed, controlled, knew exactly what he wanted to do. We worked for a short amount of time, but with Ryan, he kidnapped me and my songs for 2 weeks, and I can't even believe that. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And that the bulk of the Voyager is a result of that collabo. The Voyager was a long time in the making. From the very beginning, the first song I wrote was Just One of the Guys. That was years ago. And it just took me a really long time I just wasn't happy with what I had recorded. And I kept going back in the studio despite just kind of personal difficulties. I kept going back in because I knew it wasn't quite there yet, but it really required help. I asked for help. I kind of asked for a musical spirit guide, and it arrived in the form of Ryan Adams. And there has never been an outside force that has ever overruled whatever I've been doing or my band or the Postal Service. We come from this indie rock sort of ethos, DIY. So when we started out, we screen printed our own t-shirts. We recorded, mixed, and mastered our own records. So no one has ever tampered with the product. Not to say that we haven't collaborated and we've worked with people harmoniously, in conjunction with them. But videos, everything, that's always from the concept to the final product, it's always 100% me and my collaborators. I guess the advice I'd give to a younger me would be don't be afraid. you know, don't be afraid to take on those challenges. And I feel like in my early career, maybe I said no to things because I was afraid I couldn't do it. And time passes very quickly, and not that I regret really anything, but I think instilling that confidence, and that's really what I express to like younger female writers and performers, that it's a man's world out there, and as long as you show up and you believe in yourself and you show up, it's okay to fail, but at least put yourself out there. Hey, what's up? I'm Jenny Lewis, and you are watching Grammy Pro.